Hey guys, it's your boy Arj back again with more Dragon Ball Super news and breaking developments. And oh boy, something I've been talking about all the way back in March has now been possibly leaked to the public via Jump Festa, and that is the return of our beloved Dragon Ball Super, which was always inevitable. And it's time I delve into the evidence as well as what inside information we have currently. Leave your comments down below right now about exactly how you're feeling about the possible return of DBS and it being as soon as 2019. Let me know, but before you go, don't forget to smash the subscribe button to enter our new Xbox One X giveaway with a copy of Dragon Ball FighterZ. One click and you're in, so get that done now. But moving on, here it is, official word from CX_TLG translated from the Jump Festa website, telling us exactly what will be appearing on the main stage this year in December, alongside every single big player, who by the way are all still ongoing series, meaning they are releasing episode after episode each week, making it even weirder for them to mention Dragon Ball Super alongside these names which ended back in March. And I'm talking big boy names from One Piece, Haikyuu, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, the anime meant to be the new Naruto, and of course Boruto. They are all here and Dragon Ball Super has been mentioned alongside them. And now, before any of you think it may be about the new Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, for one, it would 100% be called Dragon Ball Super Broly in those exact words, as that is the trademark they filed for. But additionally, this Jump Festa happens on December 22nd. And as we all know, the Broly film is released on December 14th. Meaning this is literally after everyone has seen the film and the ending. So there will be no more reveals, guys, since the whole thing will be out. Now, what are the other possibilities of them having their own panel alongside these other shonen? Ongoing anime, after they just released a film which more than likely is gonna explore a whole load of new Dragon Ball lore and possibly even keep Broly as a new character and one of the Z-Fighters. Well, it's definitely not going to be another film, as that has never happened. They have never back-to-back released movies, and this isn't the Fast and the Furious, this is Dragon Ball. So we're gonna tick that off the list, and then add to this the last time Dragon Ball as a franchise popped up at Jump Festa suddenly alongside other shonen after its huge hiatus before was to return as Dragon Ball Super. And this is just a repeat of history. December 22nd, we are getting a main stage event for Dragon Ball Super containing a load of new announcements, and without doubt it's gonna be one that excites a load of you. It's time to find out what lies beyond Ultra Instinct, what lies in the other universes, and what were the hidden consequences behind Android 17's wish. Now guys, I mentioned early on in this video that I've been saying this since March, that Dragon Ball Super would return, and that is because this is not the only major piece of evidence that I've reported on. And back on March 28th, I brought to you leaked information regarding the new structural changes Toei were making for Dragon Ball. But instead of making you go and find that video, I'm just going to play it for you right now. So take all of this information as a whole and be rest assured, Dragon Ball Super will be back. Let me just show you the article which just released courtesy of Anime News Network, written by the well-known junior associate editor of Anime News Network. So this is no joke and news specifically promoted by Toei to him. It reads, Toei Animation announced last Friday that it will introduce a number of department restructurings on April the 1st, part of which will be the establishment of a third department under its anime planning and production headquarters that will focus mainly on Dragon Ball projects. Atsushi Suzuki from Digimon Adventure Tri, expelled from Paradise Producer, will head the new department, in addition to retaining his titles of Executive and Business Development Department Head. So the very first paragraph is telling us crucial details here. The department restructurings and thus creation of a department specifically for Dragon Ball projects will begin April 1st, which is literally in a few days. Now don't get anything twisted at all, this department will be focusing on a Dragon Ball anime, and that is near to be 100% confirmed, and here are the reasons. First of all, a long-awaited Dragon Ball movie is already known to be coming out, and not coming out in a few years, it's literally coming out in December of this year, confirmed date of the 14th, and you guys know how long movies can take to make, and the only time they ever release both a trailer and a fixed release date is when pretty much it's near to completion, and that is straight fact. Further to this, these are all acts of Toei Animation themselves, the company which is specifically only responsible for anime projects related to Dragon Ball, not the games, just the anime. The games, as we know, are handled by the sponsors of our PS4 Pro giveaway, Bandai Namco. The very fact also that this restructure begins so very soon acts to also corroborate with the fact the movie is in completion phases. And when I say completion phases, this more than likely means the localization and the voice acting, as since obviously the animation comes first. It was hinted so much in the cast interviews and of course at the end of Dragon Ball Super episode 131, but to keep reasoning short, as we all know, Dragon Ball Super was an unprecedented success, and they probably knew that very early on in the cycle, and its continuation is for certain. But before I get to the release date, let's carry on here. So the next part is pretty useless information for us, nothing to dissect, but in the very next paragraph it tells us the video planning department, which focused on CG anime, will be renamed into Planning Division Department 2 and will also retain its current focus. Under the department will be Video Planning Office 2 and the Media Planning Office. Koichi Noguchi from Kado, the Right Answer producer, will remain the head of the department, as well as Video Planning Office 2. Now, this information about the CG anime renaming itself but maintaining current focus seems out of place at first, but think deeper about what I said about the position of the author of this article and the fact this information would be straight from Toei and the title of this story, and we know everything here is most likely connected to Dragon Ball. Now, we can't tell for certain what the current focus will be, but what we do know is that in the Battle of Gods, we saw brief scenes of CGI scenes which enhanced the battles and the animation. Clearly, with this restructure, Toei is planning on not repeating the flaws of the past with regards to bad animation and are looking to greatly improve the quality of the next series. And this is where some added CGI elements may be important and why it is featured in this Dragon Ball article. The next piece of information here lies in Shueisha, the publisher of Akira Toriyama's original Dragon Ball manga, similarly established a Dragon Ball room to focus exclusively on the property in June 2016. Now, June 2016 is an important date to consider, as this is 1 year after the very first Dragon Ball Super episode aired. And as I made clear earlier in this video, at some point quite early on in the Dragon Ball Super airing, it became extremely clear just how popular the show was. Despite the terrible animation, and after they produced all those terribly animated episodes, it became priority of Toei to ride this unexpected mass appeal and source of income, resulting in this new Dragon Ball room in 2016 most likely, which is probably the very reason why animation dramatically improved by the time it came to 2018. And this is exactly what is happening in 2018. With the review of Ultra Instinct and Jiren, the popularity of Dragon Ball is through the roof, and though animation was good, we all know there was clear differences in animation quality in episodes by the likes of Yu Yu Takahashi and others. This is Toei yet again going back to capitalize on this huge mass appeal by once again stepping up the quality in an entire Dragon Ball department. And considering this is no longer a room and a whole department, this will most likely spell an even longer run of episodes than we previously had, which is damn good news. Every bit of hint from the voice actors and even in the final scenes of Dragon Ball Super all link back to this inevitable return, but to know that Toei are already taking steps as soon as next week is a very good thing for us fans. Now, as far as when Dragon Ball Super will return, I can tell you right now that it will be with us sooner than you think and will be with us between April and July 2019. This is calculated through the fact the anime which replaces DBS Shigege no Kitaro will have a 50 episode running. Now there's 52 weeks in a year, and with factored in Japanese holidays, we will have Dragon Ball back in its time slot in just over a year. Now with the fact they begin this new department in April, it leaves a perfect 1 year creation time to begin producing the next series, which all fits in perfectly.